that is the aesthetic of 2025. So really what got me into seeing this more on the internet is the Siren show from Netflix. So if you haven't seen that, you should check it out. I would say this doesn't really apply that much. I feel like Siren as a total came into my vocabulary recently, and I think it sparked a lot of Google searching from this show. That's just my theory. Can you just take a moment? This is my mood board. So as you can see, this mood board is really portraying somewhat of an aquatic, ocean-like mermaid vibe, and these clothing items that I've pulled together are very much like clubbing in Miami, let's imagine. Like going out to nice dinners, overdressing, sexy, honing into that femininity. Think of the brand's Cult Gaia. Think of the brand's Retrofit. Like super over the top, sparkle, shine. So the strategy for this video is step one, I'm gonna teach you about Siren Summer, and then pulled some items that will fit into this trend that I already own. I feel like this is depicted in my mood board, of course, but I'm gonna break it out as well. So this is my like checklist items. So first of all, sequin elements, must have. Then textures. I love this set because I love that it's tonal, and I love that it's a short and a nice oversized blouse that's like fluid and flowy. Then we have mesh. So this can kind of like mix with crochet, but like meshes, stuff with some pearls and details on it would be so perfect. This shell t-shirt with like the shells underneath the chest, like so fun. And then I love that she's wearing it back to a crochet short with a little bit of a shell like embellishment. I just think everything about this is very cool and fun. I think it would be perfect for vacation. And then this crochet set. So obsessed, obviously. I will show you guys something amazing that I got recently in a minute and you're gonna die. And then we have the pearl embellishment along the arms and hem of a dress. And honestly, I kind of want to like go buy some and add them myself. Stacks of jewelry. I feel like I love the way this one is intertwined with pearls, color. It's oversized, it's chunky, it's not so dainty and chill. Starfish on these types of jewelries is amazing. I've seen also starfish belts or things like that. So if we find a starfish type of item, obsessed. Then we have like that iridescent shine. So this could be sequin, this could be a fluid type of chiffon, maybe it's a organza. We'll see what we can find. Metallic. I love that this metallic is included in a crochet set. This is Ola Johnson, obviously expensive AF, but maybe, just maybe, we'll find something that also gives a similar vibe. And then huge on my list is a raffia bag. So I do not have a good summer bag, and I need a raffia bag right now. You never know. So that is the list. As far as colors go, I kind of just eye dropped from my inspiration board and really loving the idea of like orange and sunset tones, as well as the aquatic, oceanic teals and light blues and those beautiful sparkly metallic vibes. But I think the reason this isn't so mermaid core is because it's not blue and purple. It's like sunset goes into the ocean. Does that make sense? So now to bring you into what I pulled from my own closet to try to just like remember, you know, my closet is full of so many items. We don't need to buy every single item on the checklist. Like I already have many of the elements. First off, I have this dress. It's very long, very tiered. It's a bit formal. I've never worn it. I love the bodice. It's kind of got a Bridgerton feel to it. And I just love that it's all silk in this like crinkle chiffon. But I don't know. She's a little bit extra, but I imagine stacking a bunch of jewelry on here, maybe some cuffs, some cool pearls in the air, maybe if we find a good shoe. This would be very much checked off the list. But dresses are basically the full outfit, right? So then I have, what I was gonna say, is the very extra purchase that I just said I needed. So this is a Missoni skirt. Moment of silence for the amount I paid for it, but it's okay. It is so good. It's been on my trend boards for years, and I love that it has like this lurex within it. So it's just obviously very aquatic. I'm going on a big trip to Saint Tropez this summer, and I just wanted to like feel bougie for a day at least. Like I can't afford the $3,000 bags, but I can maybe afford a $600 mesh skirt. So we're also thinking about maybe reselling it once I'm done with it maybe, or obviously keeping it for life because it's gorgeous. So I got it off the RealReal, and I'm very, very, very excited for it. Then we have the Tory Burch skirt that I thrifted recently. So I think this is great because it has that ruched, wave-like, drapey silhouette. It's short, it's green. And then I have this crochet sort of cardigan that I got a few years back and never had a chance to wear it. I still have the $15 Buffalo Exchange price tag on it, but I'm literally so locked in on making this work in this video because I need to figure out how to style it. I've obviously had a hard time figuring out where to wear it, but I've loved it because of the netting. There's like 3D florals in here, even a little cinched waist. Like, I believe in myself to figure out how to make this work. Then I have 2 sequin tops. So this is a little bit of a longer white one with like wider paillettes. I love that it's a little scoop neck, super easy silhouette. I've worn this many a time. This one is a sweater based knit, so it's a bit heavier, but I love the coloration. I think it brings us into that warm tone that we are like very blue, so like bring it into the warm. And then I'm also just loving that it's that yellow that is so trendy right now. So I feel like if we find a matching skirt, a matching short, something like that would be amazing. And lastly, I mean, I don't know if this totally counts, but a little white top with some embellishment. This is just a little J. Crew top. And then I have these little sandals, although I need to replace them because they give me blisters. So if I need them for the style up, great. If I find a pair of gorgeous shell shoes, we're locked in. I brought this fun sequin bag out because, okay, she's fun. She's exciting, and she has the iridescence and very mermaidy look, even just the shape of the sequins. Like, are you joking? I thrifted this back in Wisconsin, of all places, on a bachelorette trip. I went to grab a coffee, found myself in a vintage store, and said, sorry, I'll be back. So anyway, that is it, and that's our kind of starting jumping off point, and then we'll head into the actual thrift stores. So now we're on a mission. We know exactly what we need, and first thing I want to do is check for any textures and fabrications. So I went through the dress rack. I saw this nice crinkle chiffon lurex type of dress. I liked the cutout. I liked that it had a little bit more of a sexy silhouette than something I would typically be more leaning towards. And then we looked at the sequins. So first dress was kind of like bold and bright. This dress, it seemed like it might be cheap, but I also did enjoy the drop waist. I thought maybe I could make it into a tank top, but ultimately I just couldn't tell if it was cheap or not, so I skipped. I saw this gold dress that I thought was also a nice touch of that like lurex and pleating detail, but the construction wise, I knew it was cheap and it wasn't something that was going to be like giving life. I knew I had a lot of fun skirts that I wanted to have some kind of white top to match back, so we did check that. Then we went on to skirts, looking for some crochet moments. Loving the ombre of this purple skirt, so I held on to that. This seemed like a little bit of a cover up. It has like that mesh type of seaside texture that we love, so I thought it'd be good for a swimsuit cover up. I liked that this was orange and it had more of that sunset type of shade, but it was very snagged. Condition was not good. I liked this Show Me Your Miu Miu skirt, but I wasn't sure how it would fit, and I can't try on at this Goodwill, so I thought it was just not worth it. It was a little bit of a deeper green than I wanted. I loved the way this was like a flirty, fun mini skirt, and I thought it was a nice staple that I could wear all summer, so we did grab that. And then I saw this more mesh ruffly one, no tag inside, no good construction, so I just was like, I don't know. Then I saw this beautiful pink, same coloration as that crochet cardigan, and I thought that's perfect for like a swimsuit cover up, and I can actually wear that more cover up wise. I loved this crochet because it had the fringe on the end, and I've been seeing a lot of that going on. I also thought this Cezanne top was nice because it kind of gave like a shell vibe. So this is everything that I found. I ended up not getting either of these first 2 items because you'll see I got that little skirt, still not so sure. I felt like the purple dye saturation was not as intense, like it was a bit dingy, and then when I put it up to my body, it also felt like it was going to be way too small. The white one feels like a shoe-in with retrofit. They literally have something so similar online right now, and then the last 2 were kind of random from the challenge. So when I put this on, I thought it was going to give a little bit more swingy of a body, but ultimately the coloration was just a little too washed out versus like a deep, rich color, and I didn't think I could give that moment where you DIY and add the beads and things. So we did pass on it, but I think I might try to recreate something similar. I also am obviously looking for shoes. So there were some good options, but nothing that was like grabbing my attention and thinking that's perfect. The only raffia bag we saw was a little bit of a polka dot moment, which felt less Siren to me. I thought this was kind of an interesting tote bag, but I don't know. It's not what I'm looking for. And then this one was so pretty and colorful. I don't love that the yarn is like pilling at the top, but if I needed something more colorful, I would have got it, but I didn't need that. Now on to Buffalo Exchange. I feel like I always find good stuff here when I need things for a challenge. I thought this was so nice because of the texture, but the belt was throwing me off. I thought this Vince top might have been nice, but the pin mark was throwing me off, so we skipped. I was like, I don't want to go too business,
you know, like we want to be chill, beachy, siren summer. So then I went over to the shoes and I found these amazing shoes for like $30. Then I found a pair of Coach ones, $30, and I was like, okay, I'm in luck. I saw this lace kind of meshy off the shoulder top. It feels a bit dated, but the colors are great and it fits the aesthetic. So we went ahead and tried that on.
It is so Passion Friday.
Now, I didn't really show this, but it's a sweater-like little cover-up, and I thought that the Lurex thread was very perfect for the challenge. It's very much mermaid. This dress did not zip. It was so ugly. I was appalled. I was like, okay, it's time. It's time to go.
So, we have had a lot of success at the first 2 stops, which is amazing. But at the same time, I feel like I'm just missing that extra oomph, you know what I mean? So we're going to keep going off to the crossroads.
I thought this tan one was nice, but not quite it. This black one was gorgeous, but not giving Siren Summer. I was so optimistic we might find some kind of raffia summer bag. They had some options here and there of like meshy bags, beachy bags, but everything was really black or like preppy and not quite Siren. I did almost think about getting this because it's like a clutch. It gives that Siren Summer look, but it was still like $30 and I didn't love it, and I'm not going to put my money towards something that I don't love. I also saw so many beautiful dresses with, like, amazing fabrications, and I fully tried on, like, 10 things, so stay with me here because you'll see. This I thought was really nice, and I was literally manifesting a yellow skirt to go with my yellow sweater sequin moment, and boom, we found it. Although it's a pretty little thing, I did say, oh, go ahead and try it on just to see, but the way the fabric was puckering was already bothering me, so joke's on me. Mind you, I'm so out of my comfort zone as far as silhouettes go, so I had this, like, drop waist moment. It's so much like what I had in my mood boards, but I felt like it was the most unflattering, droopy thing I've ever seen on my body. I genuinely tried with the yellow skirt because it would have been perfect. I love that it's a drop waist, but first of all, I can't even walk in it. Second of all, it's so puckering and cheap that it's like I could have freaking sewn that better. Then we have this top, which I thought was gorgeous and fun, and as soon as I tried this on, I was like, oh, I'm definitely getting this. I'm definitely getting it at Sew Me. I love it. Then I was like, I don't know if I need this. Anyway, I tried this super on sale sweater dress because I thought it was giving Siren. I'm so appalled. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, shield your eyes. Clearly a fan of the butter yellow. I thought this was nice because it gave texture but was still more preppy and like classic, similar to what I typically would wear. Thought the straps could have gone, but then I was just thinking, you know, this is a lot of work and I don't know that it's the most flattering thing. I might have just been having a bad day, but still it's $25. Whether or not the construction is great doesn't matter. Moving on. This Zara dress, I could not decide what I wanted to do about this for a while. I love the coloration. I love the fabric. It's like a pleated Lurex dot, and I just wish it had one more tier because it just feels a little unproportional. So I started thinking, well, you know what? It could be a skirt. And I'm also thinking, how fun with the yellow sequin tank. So whatever. Next, we have this maroon color, so it's not completely on the palette, but I thought the cutout, the drop waist, the more flowy silhouette was very much giving Siren. Then we had this Lily Pulitzer, of all things, dress. I just couldn't get over, like, how preppy the silhouette was with, like, the halter and stuff. It just felt a little covered up and, like, modest, so no.
Okay, beyond successful, all done. It's Friday night now. Thrift Friday, Summer Friday, Thrift with Me finds, whatever that is, going well. See you for the try on. Low-key slayed, and also how aesthetic and fun. I'm so excited to go on vacation. Like, I need to get on a plane right now. Anyway, let's begin with the first thing. So this was like a little bit out of my comfort zone in a way. Honestly, the entire aesthetic is a lot like sexier than I usually would go. So I was having a hard time like steering away from, you know, florals and eyelets. But when I saw this, I knew how cute would this be underneath this little crochet set, and I think it'll be really, really cute and aesthetic. So let's try it on. Of course, I'm gonna do it in like a bikini way because I see it as more of like a cover up than, you know, an actual outfit. So hang on. This has not one single tag, but it was $7.99. I thought it was like right in the correct range of color, and I was right because look at how good the color matching is. This entire time I thought this cinched, but it like is a faux, I don't know, like seam. It doesn't move at all. So I guess it just ties, which is annoying. I don't know about that. I don't know, do you think opened or closed? A little bit short. Words you never thought I would say, huh? think it's cute. We'll make it even more fun and siren summery with this fun bag that I had already had. Kind of already ties everything together. And then the next exciting thing that I got are these Shoots sandals. So here's the thing, they have this like funkiness in the back, like it's so little, I don't even know why, but I tried them on and I thought they were cute, and I'm going to St. Tropez, so I think they'll be nice for like the clubs because it's like a little dressier version of a flat without wearing like a heel all day. I don't know that this outfit screams St. Tropez, I feel like it screams more Hamptons. Okay, putting that down. But I think these shoes are fabulous. Nevertheless, like I'm a little scared. I think I need to add like rippers to the end. But do you see the vision? Okay, so I didn't really show this on in the store because obviously it's completely sheer. It's obviously a cover up. So I have my infamous Colt Gaia swimsuit that I purchased on a whim and then was not able to return for over $300 for this swimsuit. But let's be honest, it's so freaking cute. Like there's all this amazing beading going on. Anyway, I felt like this was very much the Siren aesthetic because it is, first of all, like mesh in a way, and it has like that iridescent purple lurex and green shimmer. So it's very much on theme. I don't know, I had to work around and play with like the straps back here. It feels like a lot. I don't know if this is good on my skin color, like, to be honest. I don't think it's bad. I'm just not sure it's 100% me. Do you know what I mean? Like, I would wear it. I think I would choose other things first. Should I return it? So with Buffalo Exchange and the Crossroads, you can return within 5 days and get store credit. So I could just buy something else that's more me. But I also am like, do you guys like it? Honestly, I might try to post this on Sunday and like get your opinion ASAP so I can return it after work if I need to. We're keeping the shoes. I literally cut the tag because it was dripping on them. I think I'll just add some pizzazz to the bottoms. I just don't think it's my fave. Not my fave. But you get it for the vibes. Okay, so I'm just gonna show off my Missoni skirt because I got this off the RealReal online and it was really expensive. Yeah. So as you can see, this is like a high-waisted crochet, like Missoni skirt. So it's for swimwear, right? So I bought this Zara tank top hoping that it would go with it, but it's actually so long. Like, why is this so long? I need the tank top to be like this short. But I really liked it, and I know it's Zara, but I was trying to be like high-low, you know what I mean? And like the knits that Zara sells are pretty good in my opinion, but the back like was so cute, and now I'm just kind of like, damn, it's too short, and it can't hem a knit top. Like, it needs to be on like a certain machine with the double needle stitch. I guess I could cut it, but then it would be unraveled and like I'm wearing a Missoni skirt, so get real. I don't know. Oh god, I'm literally sweating in it already. So obviously very Siren summer because it's like sexy, it's colorful, it has some shimmer in it, and it's swimsuity, beachy. So I'm hoping I can wear these shoes because this is a bit longer and I don't want it to like drag on the floor and get ruined. But I'm worried that the rhinestones within the sandal will actually snag on the crochet itself. So I don't know. So far I think it's okay though. Like, I'm feeling pretty okay about it. Maybe I just go through with clear nail polish and go, oh, see, it just snagged. Okay, so I need to go over clear nail polish and make sure there's no snagging to be had. This next skirt was a Goodwill find. I was not able to try anything on there. It was too busy to like go underneath my dress. So I got this Hollister skirt thinking it would be great. There's no slit. I should have looked for a slit because it just like fully tapers in. It's all filled in right here, so there's no sheerness to show off like my body. The bottom of it is sheer and has more netting, but like it's just so unflattering. Like, I'm not one to need a literal mermaid silhouette. Like, it should not go out so much and then in. It should be like, or at least be able to have a slit so I'm not in like a tube. So I was pondering. And since this vision did not come alive, hear me out. I think I'm going to turn this into a halter dress. So I was just looking at it as if it was a piece of fabrication. And so what I did is I flipped it up around and then I'm going to show you, okay? Stand with me. You might think I'm nuts, but also I'm like, it's $12 Hollister thing that looks so bad. So here we have it with this in the front. It could either go like right here. Maybe I put like a big shell or gold starfish or something. I could order it on Amazon, you know, worst case, see if something's on Poshmark. But then it's like really really pretty in the back and drapey. I wouldn't wear this little bra. I'm just doing it for PG reasons, right? Or I could genuinely like turn it into what I was trying to do with that brown dress. And since this band is like all up on me, I could just cut this out and then like fringe it. So cut this part and turn these things into like little braids and knot it, and it could be like a pretty top. I just don't know if the weight of it would like be too heavy, because then I would want to maybe add some like shells around and make it like a cool DIY, but I don't know if that's too much and it's just gonna be like lame, but it could be pretty. So what I'm saying is, make sure if you're wearing a crochet skirt, it's fitting you like with the proportion you would want. So like more maxi, more high waist, low waist, that it's not so filled in at the top and then like all sheer at the bottom and going boop. And I think it should have slits, like in order for it to fall out instead of in and be like restricting. So that's probably why I ended up here. And yeah, let's move on. Let's move on. We have a few more left. Okay, you likely think I've lost my mind. So the whole plan was to turn this into a skirt to go back to this yellow tank, but it's more yellow and saturated than I recalled. So, I don't even know if it's worth it, but I have the straps down. I would just need to like give it a waistband and somehow make it not bulky at the waistband. So I have to really look back into my textbooks from design school to see, but like before I do all that work, what do you think of it? Like, do you think there should be 3 tiers to be proportional? Like that's where my gut is, but I also think it's pretty cool, like as a maxi, even with just like a basic white tank top like I just had on. I love that it has the pleating and the shine and the ease. It's like very flowy and pretty. Can you just let me know? And we're gonna skip past this one, or I'll return it. Okay, there's like a heat advisory here in the city, and I'm actually like really starting to feel a bit faint. But anyway, I got this dress. I think it's so gorgeous and like beautiful and so flowy, and I feel like the silhouette, the dropped waist, the ruching, the one shoulder is very beachy and like Siren summer. But the coloration I wish was like more pastels. I just couldn't let it go when I have like quite a few trips coming up and I wanted to like wear it to dinners. I think it's a great dinner outfit to go out after. Like it's classy but sexy, and I feel like it's a more mix between the two things for me. So I really like it, and yeah. Plus I have my self tan on from last night, so luckily I feel 10 pounds lighter. We're gonna swap out these shoes for my Coach shoes now. These are another pair of Gladiators that I got, which I'm so glad because I was looking for new summer shoes. I love that there's a little color pop in here, that it's leather, you know, a trusted brand. Like I love finding trusted brands in like lightly worn conditions, especially in my size, need you. And I feel like it goes along with this vibe, and they're so stinking cute. I feel like I'll get a lot of wear out of these because I will wear them so much for work, even like outside of going anywhere. Love. You know, I'm like looking in the mirror and I'm like, this is more just like Morocco summer or something. But I don't know. Do you like it? I mean, I like it, right? Maybe just adding this fun bag gives it a little more mermaid-esque. I'm really trying here, aren't I? I don't know. I kind of think it goes. So gorgeous. But yeah, friends, that was quite the successful trip day, fun in the sun. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll be posting new videos hopefully twice a week. I am locking in on the content and really prioritizing the channel to get to 10K. So I'm just 1,200 people away, which is a lot actually. But I am gonna work hard. We're gonna do some fun new stuff. Let me know if you have any video ideas you want me to try out, things you watch of other people, why you subscribe to my channel would be lovely, so I can get a little feedback, get a little like, you know, I don't know, knowledge. And thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate it a lot, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye, love you.